So
Hello.
Priyanshu, welcome to the class. In today class, we'll do simple interest, compound interest for class 8 standard, and we'll prefer ML Agarwal numerical because that is important for your exam purpose, and that is what your school prescribe for your classes. So first, let understand the term: what is amount, what is principal, what is interest. So here you have to use the formula for any problem on simple interest, compound interest. You have to use this formula: amount is equal to principal plus interest. Okay. What is basically a principal? Principal is the initial money which you want to multiply. Okay. You don't want to keep money idle with yourself because there's something called inflation. Have you heard of the term called inflation, Priyanshu?
No, sir.
Inflation is basically economic term. You'll study probably ninth or 10th standard in economics. So inflation is basically its economic term which measures how your demand is building over your supply. I hope, although you don't know the meaning of inflation, but you know that earlier maybe with 10 rupees you used to get one 5-star chocolate. But now to get a 5-star chocolate, you have to pay more. Or maybe with same money, you will get a smaller 5-star chocolate. I hope you can understand that around you, whatever
Yes, sir.
chocolate you used to buy earlier, maybe at 1 rupee, the same chocolate now is at 2 rupees. So what that means, the value of money is decreasing with time. So that's why keeping money idle doesn't make sense. So the money which you multiply, which you want to multiply, and you put in some investment source, bank or mutual fund or stock market, wherever, if you park your money, the money what you park, that money is called principal. Okay. Since you have postponed your present consumption for some reward in the future, so definitely you expect a value on your money. And again, you know that value of money decreases with time. So for that reason, one reason is time value of money. One reason is time value of money, and the next reason is opportunity cost. So because you have postponed your present consumption for some better reward in the future, so definitely you want some appreciation in your money, because after all you would have used that money right now, but you, instead of using that money right now, you simply park that money maybe in bank or mutual fund or whichever avenue. So the extra benefit what you get of parking your fund, that is what we call as interest. So the money what you get back, that is called as amount. So for example, agar if your principal is 100 rupees and suppose bank gave you 10 rupees interest, so your amount will be 110 rupees which you will get back from the bank after the maturity of the instrument. इतना समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So what is the amount? Amount basically means what you get back from the investment. What is principal? Principal is the present value of the money what you're putting for investment. Interest is the difference, the value what you get on your money. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे what you need to understand that whenever we talk about calculation of this interest you can calculate by two ways. One method of calculating interest is simple interest methodology. You can follow simple interest methodology to calculate your interest, or you can calculate interest by compound interest methodology. So the interest what I am talking about, I can calculate interest by two ways. Either you can follow simple interest methodology to calculate the interest. Actually, this interest, there's two mathematical technologies are there. By using these two mathematical technology, normally we calculate our interest. इतना समझ में आ रहा है? Those
Yes, sir.
mathematical technologies are simple interest methodology, or it can be compound interest methodology. So when I talk about simple interest methodology is more or less it's not relevant in practical world because it does not follow time value of money. When I say simple interest methodology does not follow time value of money. So in the case of simple interest methodology, uh, your money principal remain constant. It does not change. For example, if I talk about simple interest methodology, maybe suppose your principal is 100 rupees. 100 rupees you put in bank, and the rate of interest is suppose 10% per annum. So the interest what you will get at the end of the year, that would be 10% on 100. Are you getting me? That would be 10 rupees.
Yes, sir.
So you will get 10 rupees as an interest. Next year, what would be your interest? Next year also your interest would be same 10 rupees. Why? Because in the case of simple interest methodology, your principal remain constant. Because your principal remain constant, so you always get the constant interest. In the case of simple interest methodology, you always get the constant interest because your principal is constant. Because your principal is constant, you will get always constant interest. That is simple interest method. It does not follow time value of money. I hope you know that 10 rupees after 1 year is not equivalent to 10 rupees after 10 years. So, so this is what
Yes.
simple interest methodology is all about. What is compound interest methodology? In the case of compound interest methodology, what we do, if I calculate the amount after 1 year, that would be 100 plus 10, that would be 110. So this 110 will become the principal for next year. What happens in the case of compound interest? So the amount of the first year becomes the principal for the second year. So the for the second year, the principal become 110. So the interest for the second year, that would be 110 into 10% of that. That would be 11 rupees. So the amount for the second year, that would be 110 plus 11. That would be 121 rupees. This 121 rupees will become the principal for the third year. This is what happens in the case of compound interest methodology, where basically the amount for every n year become the principal for next year. That is what we follow compound interest
Okay, sir.
methodology. So when I say compound interest methodology, it follow time value of money. When you say compound interest methodology, it follow time value of money, where your amount for every n year will become the principal for the next year. That is what happens in the case of compound interest methodology. I hope now you understood the basically the difference between the simple interest and compound interest. In the case of compound interest methodology, when I say you have to understand the term, here you get interest on interest.
Okay, sir.
So mainly forget about theory part and all. So you're gonna study this simple interest, compound interest. Probably you are studying in eighth standard, ninth standard. You will study when you come for any higher education. It's a very important topic. It's very generic. You will study about this lot of time in future also. So it's like this topic will not leave you till the time you will understand. You'll keep studying about this. Mainly in commerce also we focus more on this topic. Okay, so I hope till now whatever I have taught you, you have understood. Now coming to the numerical part, because after all, whatever you have understood, you have to be end of the day, you have to solve the numerical. So if I tell you the numerical part, so it is a simple interest methodology. If I talk about simple interest methodology, so the formula of interest, you have to understand the formula of interest is PRT by 100. P into R percentage into T. While the formula of amount is equal to principal plus interest, you know that. So the formula of amount is P plus PRT by 100. So the formula of amount would be common if you take 1 plus RT by 100. This is mainly the formula. These two formula only you should know in simple interest. The formula of interest, the formula of amount. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So Abhi, because for this solving this exercise 8.1, we just need the formulas of simple interest, the formula of interest and formula of amount. Based on this, we can solve any question. So एक बार just see the, you have around I think 6 examples. One by one, can you see all these examples?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you see this example one, before we'll do the exercise 8.1, let's discuss few examples. Example one, sum of 15,000 rupees is borrowed at 15% per annum for 3 years. What is a simple interest? Simple formula. What formula you'll follow? P into R into T, 15,000 into 15 by 100 into 3. Just cancel two zeros. You will get 150 into 15 into 3. 15 square, you know, 225 into 3. If you do, you'll get 15, 7, 6, 6750. Okay, amount. Agar if I ask you amount, what you will do in amount? Simply add principal 15,000 and add the interest 6750. So you'll get 21,750. Very simple calculation. Now, if you do this question number two, in question number two, what you need to do in question number two, same way how we did question number one. In question number two, what sum of money means they're asking you the principal. You need to find the principal. What sum of money will fetch 661.5 as a simple interest? So they're giving you the simple interest as 661.50 rupees. They're asking you the principal in 1 year, 9 months. Time they are giving you 1 year, 9 months. So 9 month I can write in year. If I know that 1 year means 12 months. So 9 month means 9 by 12 year. So this is 1 3 by 4. This is 7 by 4 year. And then
Sure.
rate of interest is given to you as 62 by 3%, means 20 by 3% per annum. So again, same formula you need to use. If I'm asking you, tell me the principal. You know the formula of simple interest, PRT by 100. So simple interest is 661.5 is equal to principal. I don't know. R is 20 by 300 into time. Time is 7 by 4. You just need to solve. So if you solve this, you can, if you want, you can write this 6615 by 10 is equal to, you can, this you can write as 5. Okay, then this would be 35 by 300. 35 by 300 into. So if you want 0 and 0, you can cancel. So this would be 6615 into 30 by 35. That will be equal to UP. Now you know that both will go by 5. So this will 5 sevens. This will be 5 1 3 15 1 carry 2 3 1 3 2 3 by 7. Check is 1323 divisible by 7. You can use divisibility rule of 7, or you can check directly 7 ones are 7, then 62. 62 means again 63. It will go by 7. So if it going by 7, this is ones are 62. 62 means 8s are, then 63 nines are. So your principal will be 189 into 30. So 9 sevens are 27, 2 carry, 26, 2 carry, 5670. That will be your principal.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Try the third one. So like the way we did first and second question, like the same way we can do the third one also. In the third one, you have question like how long will it take for 5660 invested at 10% per annum simple interest to amount to this much. So they are given you this amount here in this problem. They are given you amount of 7641 and the principal is 5660. So I can easily find the interest. Interest would be 1, then 8, this would be 9, then 1. The interest is 1981. Your principal is 5660. Your rate of interest is 10% per annum, right? They're asking you the time. So use simply the formula PRT by 100. So here interest is 1981 is equal to P. P is 5660 into R. R is 10%. So you can write 10 by 100 and you have to find the T. So I can cancel this 0 and 0. I can cancel this and this 0. So basically your T is 1981 divided by 566. So 566 going by table of 3. 1981 will go by the table 8, 9, 10. No, it's not going by the table of 3. So 9 plus 8 is 17, 18, 19. No, it's not going by table of 3. Uh, 7 it will not go. 5 it will not go. If it's not going by 3, it won't go by 9. 11 if you want to check 11 also there's no point because 566 not going by 11. 13 if I check 4, no, it's not going. So then 13 also not going. 17 if I check 17, better focus on 566 because 1981 is a bigger number. 17 if I check 17 threes are 51. 56 won't go by 17. Then 19 if I check 19 threes are 57, 186. 19 threes are 57, right? Yeah. So 186, it won't go by 19. If you check by 23, if you check by 23, if you check by 23, twos are 46, 106, 106, won't go by 23 also, 29, 29, twos are 58. So 58, you will get 276. 58, 276, 276. In 9 table, do you get 6? 9 table 6, 9 table 6, 9 fours are 36, but it won't go by 29 also. 1981 divided by 566. If you here if I divide 1981 by 566, no, there's no other option. I'm getting 566. If I divide 566 threes are, if I check, this is 18, 19, 1 carry 1698. So 1698. This is threes are, this is 8, 8, this is 283. Then if I put decimal here, 2830. So if you know the table of 566, 566 fives are, you'll get 2830 means this will be 3.5. So probably I can say this value would be 3.5 year. 3.5 year you can write as 3 year and 6 months because 0.5 month means 6 months. So the answer for third one would be 3 years 6 months. Now if you see the fourth one, in what time the simple interest on certain money 6 1 by 4. If you would be good in math, 6 1 by 4% is 1 by 16. But probably at this level, I really don't think so that you could able to figure it out that 6 1 by 4% is 1 by 16. Otherwise, it would have been much more easier, but let it be. So I'll keep this rate of interest as 6 1 by 4 means 24 by 5%. If I make it simpler, it becomes 25 by 400. If you see 25 by 400, you will get 1 by 16. I wasted another 10-15 seconds to get the same thing. I hope you know the 5 table, 25 table, whichever you apply, you'll get R is equal to 1 by 16. What they're asking, in what time will the simple interest on certain sum of money at 6 1 by 4% be 3 by 8th of itself? Means whatever you take principal, your your interest would be 3/8 of the principal. Okay, they're asking you what time. where they're giving you R is 1 by 60. Simply apply the formula, simple interest formula, PRT by 100. So your simple interest is 3 by 8 of P is equal to P. R is 1 by 16. You have to find the value of P. So P will get cancelled. This is 8 twos are. So this is 3 twos are. No, 60. Now, if you see this example 5, at what rate percent will the sum of money will amount to 5 by 3 of itself in 6 years 8 months? The time they are given is 6 year 8 months. So I can write this as 6 2 by 3 year. 6 2 by 3 year means 20 by 3 year. So the time is 20 by 3 year. And they're saying sum of money will amount to 5 by 3 of itself. If my principal is P, amount will become 5 by 3P. So how much would be your interest? Interest would be 5 by 3P minus P. Your interest would be what? Your interest would be 2 by 3P. So your interest is 2 by 3P, time is 20 by 3. You can apply the simple formula PRT by 100. So if you apply that formula PRT by 100, 2 by 3P is P. R you have to find, right? R you have to find. Time is what? Time is 20 by 3. 20 by 3 by 100. So if you solve this, this will be what? This will be 10, right? This will be 0. P will get cancelled. R value will be 10. Simple. You should get these kind of question answer maybe in 1 minute or 2 minutes. You don't have to spend so much time to get the answer for these kind of problems. If you see the example 6, what you need to do, what sum of money? Sum of money means what they're asking you the principal will amount to 4250. So they are giving you the amount. Amount is 4242, not 30, not 50. Time they are giving you is 5 by 2 years. And the rate of interest is 7% per annum. Okay. So interest, what sum of money? So here, if you want, you can directly apply the amount formula. Amount is equal to principal 1 plus RT by 100. So amount is 42530. P you have to determine 1 plus R is 7. T is 5 by 2. Okay. So you just need to solve this. 4230 is equal to P. Then 1 plus this I can write as 35 by 200. So you can write this as this you can write as 4230 is equal to P 235 by 200. So this I can write as 47 by 40. 47 by 40. Then what is the value of P? 4230 into 40 by 47. That is your value of P. 7 table 3 will come. 7 nines are no. 9 sevens are 63. Then 36 plus 6. So this will be 90s. So the value of P will be 3600. That will be the value. Check this. Ask me. This question number 1 in exercise 8.1. How can you solve? You have to find here simple interest and amount. They are given you the principal 4,000, 15% per annum. That is 7.5% per annum. That you can write nothing but 15 by 2% per annum. Okay, 15 by 2% you can write as 15 by 200. 15 by 200 you can write as 3 by 40. So you can take R as 3 by 40. Time is given as 3 year 3 month. 3 year 3 month. So 3 month you can write as 3 by 12. So your time will become 3 by 12. You can convert the 3 month into year. This becomes 13 by 4 year. So your time is 13 by 4 year. Your rate is 3 by 40 and your principal is 4,000. You can very easily find the interest. Interest would be principal into 13 by 4 into 3 by 40. You can simply solve this. 40, this is 4000. So this will be 100. So if this is 100, you can write this interest. If you write, this would be 25. 25 for the 100. 25 into 39. So if you solve this 25 into 39, you will get the interest. Or if I write this better, would be 3900 by 4 only will make more sense. Calculation wise, that would be easy. So this would be 9 fours are 36. Then 30, 30 means 7s are 975, if I'm not wrong. So your interest would be 975, and then you can find the amount. So here your amount you will get is 4975. Clear? Question number two also you can do the same thing. Question number two, what sum of money means you have to find the principal. Will yield 170.1 as the simple interest, 2 year, 3 month. Convert the 3 month into year at the 6% per annum. Simple calculation. Second one, like here you can see they ask what sum of money means they're asking you the principal. Interest they have given you 170.1 means you can write 1701 by 10, and time they have given is 2 year 3 month, means 2 1 by 4, 2 1 by 4, 2 1 by 4, means 9 by 4 year you can take as interest, sorry, time, and the rate is 6% per annum. The rate is 6% per annum. Very simple, yeah. Very simple calculation you need to do. Apply the formula PRT by 100. So interest you can take 1701 by 10. E you have to find. R is 6 by 100. Time is 9 by 4. So this you can write as 6 by 10. And so this should go by 6 or 9. Let me try by 9. 9 ones are 9. This would be 80. 80 means 9 8 is 72. 180 to 189. 189. This will go by 6. 6 it won't go because of odd number. So it will go by 3. So this will be 63. So the value of principal, what you're getting here is this, you can write as 2. So the value of principal will be 2 into 63. That will be 126 rupees. So I wrote this 126. I just missed 10. You can, this 0 you can put it here. The principal will become 1260. Third one, what rate of interest will fetch 800 rupees when 800 fetch 130 rupees interest in 2 years? Again, very easy question. Principal is 800. Simple interest is 130. Your principal is 800. Time is 2 years into R by 100. Simple calculation you need to do. 0 0 you can cancel. This is 16. So 130 by 16 you can do. That will be your R%. This I can write as 65 by 8. 65 by 8 means 81 by 8% per annum. That is your R. Clear everyone? Any doubt? Fourth one, what time? I find the time when the simple interest on 3.3 lakh rupees at 76.5% per annum is this much. So they ask giving you the simple interest. Simple interest is 75075 rupees. Your principal is 3.3 lakh. So 3.3 lakh I can write as 3,30,000, and your time rate of interest is 6.5. 6.5% you can write as 13 by 200. Okay, that is what 13 by 200. So what you need to find time, right? Simple. Apply again the same formula 75075, then 33, then 4040. Okay, this is your principal. R is 13 by 200 into what you have to find T, right? So I need to find T here. So this will be 2, this will be 2, and then yeah. So what is, I can write this 75075 into 2 divide by 33 into 13. 33 into 33 into 13 into 100. That is the value. So I just need to do this calculation. If calculator is allowed, you can do it very easily. In case calculator is not allowed, then you need to struggle for a couple of minutes, not minutes, seconds, to get the answer. Let me try by 13. 13 5s are 65, 100 7s are 91, 97 7s are 91, 65 5, and then this would be 1 1 5 5 by 20. Then this is tenza. Then this is tenza. Then this would be 3 8 5 by 11. This would be 35 by 10, means T would be 3.5 year. 3.5 year means 3 years 6 months. Check the answer. I, I believe this would be correct. So fourth one answer is 3.5 year, 3 year 6 months. And third one, the answer is 81 by 8%. Any doubt, please ask me. So in today class, we did 4 questions of exercise 8.1. We'll continue our discussion in next class. We'll start from question number 5. Please make sure that you go through these video first before going toward tomorrow class, so that you will understand this in much more better way. So with that said, let me wind up the class. Thank you everyone. I see you all tomorrow for the next class. Take care. Bye everyone.